We can't do our Mojo in the Morning breaking and entering Christmas wishes without the help of the community here. Grand Rapids, Detroit, and Toledo have been so kind to us as we've been granting wishes now for more than a decade. And this year has been a really tough year because there are so many people that want to get their wishes granted. And in years past, we've always had like a couple of big companies that have come in and said, hey, we want to make a donation to you guys and help you out. Well, those companies have been hurt by the financial downfall. You might have even heard us talking about how one of our, favorite people in the world was the Imagine Theaters. They used to, give us a ton of money every single year. And this year, because the theaters have been closed, Paul Glanz had to,
reach into his own pocket.
Yeah, his own personal pocket, not the business pocket, but he
Which
donated.
Is so sweet of him.
He still donated
so
$5,000, which was amazing from he and his wife and his family. Well, yesterday I got a text message after the show was over with, and it was from one of our Mojo in the Morning Misfits, and he said that he was out in front of the radio station, and I didn't get it until after the show was over with. And then Mike came in after our wish was granted, and he came in with a whole bunch of like Little Debbie's, like Star Crunches and
oatmeal cream pies. I saw that stuff.
Remember we talked about that on the air like a couple weeks ago? And I didn't understand what the hell Mike was saying. I thought Mike bought him himself. And to be honest with you, it would not surprise me if Mike grabbed food from a listener or somebody out in the front of the building and then posed as himself buying it. Because he's just that kind of a guy.
Well, thank you. No, I did not.
But he came.
Buy them all.
He came in with stuff because it was given to him by said person, and I'll introduce you to the said person here in just a second. And with that was a check. And did you even look to see what the check was, what it was written out for?
No, because it was sealed, so I didn't open it.
Okay, so it was a sealed envelope, and this person said to you, "Hey, can you give this to Mojo and everybody?"
Yep.
We opened up the check. And the check was for $10,000 for our breaking and entering Christmas wish. And the check was from Mojo in the Morning Misfit Victor and his family, who own a bunch of great restaurants here in the area. And Victor is on with us right now. Victor.
Hey, good morning, guys. Listen, I was just a delivery person.
You were just a delivery person. You did not write the check, thank God. So it will cash and it will be good.
Yes, exactly. You won't be playing basketball with it. You won't.
That's right.
Wait, so this is from everybody at Lulus?
It's from Lulus, Brighton Bar Grill, and Bourbons, the family here. So.
Yeah, did you know that the Victor's family not only owns one of my favorite restaurants, Lulus, which is close to my house, but in Brighton they have the two most popular restaurants in Brighton Bar and Grill and Bourbons, and it's Tina, your beautiful wife, and her sisters and her mom, and man, my heart goes out. You lost your father-in-law, who was just an unbelievable human being, and my condolences to you and your family, Victor, on that, on losing Mr. Lulu. By the way, I didn't know his name, and I was sending flowers over to the house, and I said, this is in memory of Mr. Lulu. I didn't know what Victor's father-in-law's name was. What was his name?
Nick.
What a guy.
It's been hard. It's been a hard year for everybody. Whether it's you lost a loved one or your business is shut down or you've lost your job or anything like that. But the past year, Nick, my father-in-law, he had some health issues. He's had a few heart surgeries here and there. And earlier this year, he started telling the family that he wanted to give back. He's always been very generous. He's always helped out his immediate family, friends, anybody who needed help and went to him. He always tried to help them out financially, physically, whatever. His dad passed away when he was 17 years old, so he was left to raise his whole family basically by himself.
Wow.
So, unfortunately, we lost him this year, and it's been rough on the family and everybody else, especially close to the holidays and everything. So the family got together and said, hey, let's keep his wish going, where he said he wanted to help out charities. And what better charity than the Mojo in the Morning breaking and entering Christmas that we've tried to support.
Wow. You guys have
times before,
and they have in years past. They have given thousands upon thousands of dollars virtually almost every year that we've done this thing. and are so generous to also whenever we need food for families or anybody like that to do that. But Nick is going to be in these wishes because of many of these wishes that we're now going to be able to grant because we got a $10,000 check from you guys, and we're going to grant more now because of that. We will be remembering Nick, and please tell Lulu that we love her very much, and that us and all of our listeners are praying for her, and know that this is not going to be an easy holiday for her.
Well, thank you. I'll definitely pass along the kind words and everything. And again, thank you everything that you do for the community, that all you guys do for the community, and for everybody.
But also, real quick, go back to the whole thing I said about Lulu. I think that Lulu probably has dealt with a lot of things in her life. The mere fact that her daughter came home with you as her as a future son-in-law,
something really nice.
Like honestly,
he's exempt today.
Can I tell you what is it like when you went over to their house? Did Nick like you, Victor?
You know what? Nick and I had, believe it or not, we had a great relationship. I mean, honestly,
really.
This is how great of a guy he was. He accepted me for all my flaws and whatever annoying things and everything else. He was like, he was more than a father-in-law. He was like a very good friend to me. So that's what I'm going to.
I know you were torn up, man. I know you were, because I talked to you numerous times throughout. The weeks after your father-in-law passed. Did you know how Victor and his wife Tina met?
Mm-mm.
Victor was an altar boy at his church.
15 years.
Don't get crazy. He was a 25-year-old altar boy. How old were you?
No, but I'm saying I was an altar boy for 15 years. I was about 19 when
he was a 19-year-old altar boy at his church. I didn't know the Albanian churches had
a shortage of little boys.
Yeah, where were the little kids at?
Yeah. Oh well, I don't know. I mean, it was just something that I love doing every Sunday, and I'm still waiting on my pension check from the archdiocese.
When I found out that you were an altar boy, I almost fell off my chair. But then I thought,
you were an altar boy.
I was an altar boy. I was an altar boy until I was in the 8th grade, and then in the Catholic Church which was the Roman Catholic Church. Once you got out of grade school, they moved on and they got rid of you. They retired you. You went to retirement. But in the Albanian church, you became an altar boy until you were 19 years old. Did people think you were the priest?
It was funny though. Yeah, I wanted to be a priest when I was younger. That's what I told everybody. And I used to say, this guy works 1 day a week, and look at that collection basket.
Oh my gosh!
And gets a house for free, and gets to drink and wine on Sundays.
No, our priest at that time, Father Frank. Every time I'd go to him, I'd say, "Hey, Father Frank, you know what? These outfits don't fit me anymore. I'm too tall. This and that." He'd be like, "Oh, okay. I'll be right back." And he'd come back the next week and he'd be like, "Here's a size 14 for you. Here's a size 16." So I started with a size 4, and when I retired, I was at a size 17.
Oh my God! Hey, Victor, how did you meet your wife though? While you were altar boying at 19, were you flirting during mass?
No. It was she was doing. I forgot what she was there for. I think. Whatever, something.
She was there for church. That's what she was there for. What are you talking about?
What else would it be?
Yeah, and I actually saw her, and I looked at my friend Mark, and he was an altar boy also. I said, "Hey, look at her."
Mark was 10.
Yeah. Mark I was helping Mark tie his shoes. and he goes, "Who is that?" I said, "I don't know, but that's who I'm going to marry."
Okay, I really love those stories.
Fast forward, actually, Mark was my best man for a wedding.
Really? Don't even.
Got his parents.
Ring bearer.
He was
the ring bearer.
He was your best little boy.
He was the best man, but he had to leave the wedding at 9 because he had to be home at 9:30.
All right. Thank you again. $10,000.
Can I tell you something that scared me yesterday?
What's that?
I was waiting in the parking lot and I saw Mike roll up and I'm like, "Hey, Mike, can you hand this check?" And And I
Mike,
felt bad.
our
I
Mike,
told
not the
him
little boy that was
Yeah.
all.
Right,
Oh my
right.
God.
About the same height. About the same height as the little boy.
And I felt bad. I'm like, I shook his hand. I didn't know if he was a germ phobe or whatever with COVID going on and everything. And I gave him the check, and I get in my car, and I'm driving, listening to the show. Like, the next segment that comes up is, we're going to talk to Mike about how he loses his keys and wallet.
That's true.
There goes the check.
Oh, that's funny.
The check. He's gonna call Allie and be like, "Hey, do you know where that check is?"
Just to let you guys know, there's some Star Crunch in my car. I lost them.
Victor, thank you again. Please,
Thank you.
please tell the entire family we say thank you from all of us
you,
and
guys.
the listeners. Okay, appreciate
Have
it.
a Merry Christmas. God bless.
Mojo in the Morning, Misfit Victor and his family.
We've made our list and checked